This was Mei Li for the first pictures that we got of her. And in the orphanage, all the cribs were together. See if I can find a picture. That one on the fridge is very similar. All the cribs are just put together, and all the babies are put in them, and there are a number of babies put in them.
In our cases, we adopted from China. We had to deal with a number of agencies in China and in the United States government. And so that was probably the big challenge. It took, 2 years?
We started in 2000, and we picked her up from China in June of 2003. One day, I was driving to work. I had inherited a little bit of money from my grandfather. I was going to buy a PT Cruiser in the year 2000. And I just heard a voice say, "That money's not for a car, that money is for your daughter."
I think children in general just, they mature you tremendously. And in the case of Mei Li, I think it also kept us kind of younger and open to new things, and kept us kind of on our toes, because having a child means that you need to be the proper example and teach them the things they need to know.
She's probably the greatest work. At the end of the day, all of our children are. And she brought just one more element, and it kind of completed the family. All of these gifts that she has. She's artistic, and she dances, and she has a degree in mechanical engineering. And she climbs rocks, and she does all this stuff. And I think none of that could have ever happened in China. By bringing her here, we opened up the door for her to be everything she wanted to be or could be. And that's kind of what God did with us. He could have kept us there in the premortal life, but he sent us down here to allow us to have agency and to learn and to grow. And I see that with her. That learning and growing is risky, but it also has the greatest joy.
I think you can look at the world, and it's so big. It's such a gigantic undertaking in the whole, and you look at all the problems, and you think you can't have an impact on all of that. But what you can have an impact on is people around you. And by adopting us one way, you can have an impact, huge impact, on one individual. And that's kind of how I think you have to make change, is one person at a time.